on, it's been revealed that government departments and agencies have spent more than $500,000 on Welcome to Country and smoking ceremonies in the 2 years to July 2024. Already, the Coalition Government Efficiency spokesperson, Jacinta Price, is considering diverting some of this funding away, describing the expenditure as an example of mere symbolism from the government. Claire, $550,000, obviously a lot of taxpayer money. Is there any way to reduce some of that cost of these ceremonies?
Well, look, Dan, honestly, I think this is a huge distraction. The big problem facing the lives of our citizens at the moment is the cost of living and indeed my portfolio of housing, and our government is firmly focused on those two issues. That's what urgently is affecting the lives of people at home at the moment, and that's why we're so focused on it. I would just say, look, with all this stuff about, Peter Dutton, we know he walked out of the apology, he won't stand in front of the Aboriginal flag, now he's saying, he wants to make cuts to Welcome to Country ceremonies. I just think this has a meanness about it that's really not consistent with Australian values. We've got this beautiful multicultural country because we're respectful and courteous to each other, and we respect each other's cultures and traditions, and that's what Welcome to Country ceremonies are about.
Jane, is it mean to be talking about this?
I don't think anyone could accuse Jacinta Nampijinpa Price of being mean or taking on culture wars unnecessarily. We have to remember that every dollar spent is a dollar that another taxpayer has earned. At a time when closing the gap is a priority, and it's something that we have discussed this week, when Indigenous health outcomes, educational outcomes, rates of incarceration all are priorities, we have to question whether this amount on Welcome to Country ceremonies is the right use of taxpayer money. Now, they have their place occasionally, but whether it needs to be this amount and this often is a question that I think Jacinta Price will be following up.
Is it a question to ask, Claire? Because, as you say, people are focused on cost of living. And when we find out that over $500,000 is spent, do you think we could cut back a bit? I know it's been happening since 2008 in federal parliament.
Yeah. I'm listening to what Jane's saying there, and I just say really politely to Jane, her party's had 3 years to come up with a cost of living policy, and their big idea for Australia is that they want to tax the people watching at home, the people in my electorate, to subsidise foie gras and fettuccine for the bosses, and that's going to cost $10 billion a year.
It's not.
It's going to cost $10 billion
You're just lying, Claire.
So
that is a lie.
To those,
just to keep people up to date, you're talking about
watching at home.
Giving businesses.
We're talking about Welcome to Country ceremonies, Claire. We're not talking about coalition policies.
Well,
how about you guys talk about your own policies?
I know that's what you'd like
Standards
to be
of living have gone
Jane,
backwards.
But $10 billion subsidising the boss
for
lunch.
Because
if you're concerned about the
policies.
cost of living, I'd suggest
Claire.
focusing on people at home and their concerns.
Okay.